Mikey here, aka Sirius. This is the first video for S2 Music and our fast track guide to showing you how to make what is essentially going to be uplifting trance, but we're going to, in more of the advanced later videos, tweak it into techno templates and templates for different kinds of trance. But for now, let's just start off here. What you can see here is this is your basic basic template for what we're going to use to build off of for every track here and out. So all I really mean by that is when you open up Ableton, and I'm going to show you how to build this, but when you open up Ableton from now on, you want to open it up with some stuff already in here that already brands your sound. And what I mean by that is, we're going to go through videos to follow where you pick your kick, you pick your clap, you pick your hi-hats, and sure, you can change these out, but the idea here is to brand your sound. Most producers who are really kind of doing the rinse and repeat process have, one or two kicks, one or two claps, one or two hi-hats, and so on and so forth, one or two bass lines, one or two lead lines, and so on, that they use as their sound. It's what they tend to prefer. It's what the genre is particularly friendly towards. Like, for example, in uplifting trance, typically the kicks are very in front of the mix, but what makes them sound very in front, aside from how you mix it, it's the punchiness of the kick. And what that has to do with is the sample that you choose, or the bass drum, the kick that you design. It's got to be punchy. But basically what I'm trying to show you here is that this template that you're looking at, with already different MIDI clips in place and different sounds on each MIDI clip, this allows us to kind of get going quickly. So some of you may say that this is sort of elementary, maybe you're a little bit beyond this, but if you're not, at this point, just take a look at this and take this all in, because eventually you could start every template here, but eventually what we're going to do is build this out so that eventually you'll see in later episodes where the drop is, it's like that, and where the break is, or more so the bass, it'll look like this, and your outro will probably be pretty similar to your intro, but probably with reversed automation, which we'll get into. That sounds a lot more extreme than it really is. And it'll look like that, and then of course what you see down here, a crash, I think this is a reverse crash and this is a sweep. Of course you can take that and copy and paste that over as well. And I'm going to show you how to do all this, but you can see that when you keep it gridded out like this, things line up pretty darn nicely. And it looks like, yeah, we maybe got off a little bit there, but that's okay. You can basically just take one like this, highlight those, and copy and drag just that one over so it fits nicely, and just that one over, and just that one over. So now what you're seeing here is all we really need to add for the most part, aside from changing the key that the song is in. You're going to create a breakdown, create kind of a build into a drop, another mini break to let the DJ know that the song is getting close to ending, and this might be about the point that you want to start to bring in, where the bass is here, your next track, and then by this point you definitely want to have something else going on as far as a new track coming in. What you're seeing missing here, though, is a lot of our lead lines, the big epic synths, maybe some plucks or stabs, things that really give it the higher end energy. At this point we just have drums and bass lines for the most part, but if you can build out your track to look like this, every time you go to make a track, if you have your samples already in place and you know the kick that you use and it's already in there, and you know the crash cymbal that you use and that's already in there, and the same for everything, your clap, your hi-hat, your mid-bass line, your acid line, and your sub-line, it becomes a lot easier to kind of get up and moving quickly. Now some may argue that this isn't very creative. Okay, I could see that, but at the same time, to start from scratch every single time when you've branded yourself as an uplifting trance producer, or even in general just a trance producer, it's not really that practical, and it actually tends to do a lot more harm than good when you don't have something already ready to go like this. And sure, if you want to change out your kicks, you can go into your samples and definitely change out your kick. If you want to change out your clef, you can do that, but the point is, you want to have something ready to go. I mean, even if your simpler is empty and doesn't have a kick already in it, at least you've got empty regions ready to go. At least the patterns are built out so that you're ready to basically go, where you've got 4 to the floor patterns on your kick. Your clap is obviously on the 2 and the 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, always on the 2 and the 4 of each bar. Your hi-hats are pretty much eighth notes that are hitting on every upbeat, right? So 4 to a bar. And this way you can mix and match your samples and you can get going quickly. So I'm going to show you how to build this out now in the next video. So come along and join me. If I can stop the recording.